It's CJ! That's me, CJ the Lego guy. Hey everyone, CJ here, hope you're all doing well. And today, with this video, we're doing something different. We're going to exploring all of the potential glitch suits that I can do with using this cool little suit glitch, or invisibility glitch with Miles that I saw on Instagram. Oh, look at that! It's already working, so that's pretty good.
It's fresh and clean.
Hey everyone, CJ from the future here. Just to let you know, this is an old recording of my gameplay. Clearly, since this is just after I beat the game. So, with recent patches, I've tried to use this glitch suit before, and with no avail, but maybe it's because I have experienced sometimes where the game just auto-locks you from it. But let's enjoy here, and hopefully I can still make more of these suits in the future. But for now, let's check out our first suit, the Lightspeed suit. I really like this one. This one's pretty cool. I like the very purpley light effects on it. What I love about this glitch the most is how all the textures just mix with either the lighting assets or just the mesh assets. And it's cool how it just grabs from other things too in the game, but it sucks that you can't pose with it. But oh well. Still makes for pretty cool pictures and I guess posing as well. But yeah, how you're supposed to use it is you're supposed to put on your contrast features. You go invisible, and as soon as you do, you hit the map button, you quickly exit out, and then you press your contrast settings, which you should set to the left button of the D-pad. But here's our second suit, the Magna Red Suit. This one's pretty interesting. Let's take a closer look. I like this one because then you'll just get these random mesh things. Almost makes it look like it has a giant zipper and with all these like weird round objects. Some of the suits can be pretty simple and cool, and other ones can be wacky like this one. But this one's kind of cool.
A similar suit. Then our proud city is overrun.
Let me know down in the comment section down below if you need help trying to get this glitch going, and what are your thoughts on all these other suits that we're gonna see today. I couldn't get an image of this one because I kind of did it wrong. So that was most likely a sandy suit, but yes, you have to be sure to do it right. But I could try to better explain it in the description. Also, shoutouts to you who made the initial Instagram post that highlighted this. Oh, cool. CJ from the future just wanted to say that this is the only time where I got a suit the second time. Most of them is just one time. Yep, let's just keep on going. Shoutouts to you who made the Instagram post in the first place, highlighting this cool glitch. On to the next suit. Next up on the list, we have something that I try to get a green one of. But we have this one. The Teal Dark Suit. I suppose this one grabs the teal kind of color from the grass spots, but it's kind of cool how the mesh just, you know, low-key falls apart with those invisible patches, but it's cool how it uses the other colors to just mark around everything. So yep, on to the next one. It's cool how it goes invisible first and then the suit pops up. We have the Water Mat Suit. Let's take a closer look at this one. I love how the mesh looks, how it's all like, well, like a mat, kind of. It's got that matte finish to it. It's not a smooth texture as well. Pretty cool, and I love the color too. Next up, let's see what we get. We have the Rubber Mat Suit. This one's pretty simple. It looks like a rubber mat. It's got that nice texture feel to it. And the colors makes it look like rubber. for this one, CJ from the future here again. This isn't a glitch suit per se, but it is a glitch since if you enter the underside of the raft, you will get stuck here in this section of the map. Since, look at that, I'll try to jump out and swim out and you can't once you're inside. That's pretty funny. But yeah, when it comes to the suit names, let me know down in the comments which one you like most and which mesh is one of your favorite ones. And if you have any better name ideas, let me know down there too. Thankfully, teleporting out of there helped me escape that glitch. But yep. This next one is how this glitch is supposed to work. Because there's two ways to get this glitch working. Either you mess with the mesh by getting a suit that we've always been getting recently, or you get this one, the chameleon suit, which is essentially, yeah, Miles's texture just becomes invisible, actual camouflage, and you just get the textures of whatever Miles is on. But it's weird that it doesn't work on every surface. And yes, this camo glitch only works while your camouflage is in effect. So once invisibly goes out, the camo shenanigans and glitches go too. But yep, next up, the Granite Suit. I like this one, since you have that dark mesh of the suit, but then you also have like this nice dirt look to it too. Pretty cool. Next up, let's see what we get on the water. Here we have the Moss Suit. It's too bad I didn't get a good picture of it, but we can kind of tell how the texture looks like, that mossy green look. Next up, we have the invisible suit. Because look at it. The mesh just fell apart, and you can see these like white little paper-esque looking parts to the character model, but then if you look at it through a specific angle, look, it just completely becomes invisible. Everything bounces off of it. I thought that was pretty cool. Talk about stealth suit, am I right?
Still here. I better take
Let's
care of
see what we got next.
Hey!
I think
Anyone
this
here?
one's one of my favorite
I think
looking
Pete
ones.
said this is where Black Cat's hiding.
We have the metal chrome suit, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a coat of metal chrome on top. It's fully reflective. Some parts are like this cool little silver white texture, but overall it looks pretty cool. Pretty nice. Alrighty. Next up on our camo suit list, we have the Iron Green Suit. This one's an interesting one, just because of all the patches, the textures, and the colors specifically. Since you've got these greens and yellows in there, which made me wonder where they came from, but then all these like cool little patches of reflective metal, and it legit makes it look like a suit with this patchwork. And what's nice is that it's not just confined to the suit that you're using, since this glitch works on every suit. But I just figured we'd just keep the suit that I have on. I'll try and explore this glitch. Pretty cool colors. I think this is one of my favorite ones out of the bunch. But yep, on to the next one with... Let's see what we got here. We have the Clay Red Suit. It does look pretty squishy and pretty much like clay. It even has that weird texture that with the reflective lights on the color looks wet. But what do you think? Let's get to the next one with... Let's see what we get here. We have the Full Metallic Suit. this one's pretty simple. It's just another reflective metallic look to it, but it's darker than the metal chrome one. But it gives it a cool, well, metallic look to it. But yep, that one's pretty simple. Just full on metallic. Metallica! Cool stand reference too. Next up, the keyboard suit, which is one of the more interesting ones, seeing as though, where did it grab this keyboard mesh from? I like the colors and the patchwork, how I thought it was his skin tone, but that seems to be some kind of red patch along with the blue patches as well, along with the black part of the keyboard, but still, it's fully essentially a keyboard. But where did it come from? But it's pretty cool. Next up, the Reflector Suit. Much like the Invisible Suit, depending on the angle, it's completely invisible. But look at this one. It's completely reflective of all the lights and the textures too. But I like how it has this dark silhouette to it. And you can still see like the light shine through it. But yeah, it's just completely invisible. That one is pretty cool in my book. This one, I was like, I'm fighting people, but I might as well check out a suit. So here we have the dried paint suit, because, well, it looks like dried paint. But then I feel like, a better name for the dried paint suit should probably be the gesso suit, since that's essentially what white paint is called in the painting world. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Next up, with a watery suit, we have the Aqua clear suit. Much like the invisible suit and the reflector suit, this is an invisible-esque mesh. But it has this cool little like water feature on it too, where those are the only parts that you can see. And I love the color to it too. It looks pretty great. But yep, who knew you can have stealth in water? Next up, the Super Iron Suit. This one's a weird mesh. Well, mesh. Since look at all these little quote-unquote intricate details. All these different components just meshed together. But I like the color scheme of it. It's pretty cool. It does give it that steampunk-esque kind of look to it. But yeah, this one's a weird one for sure. Alrighty. Next up, let's see if we get another water one. Come on. Come on. Yep. Oh. It's not a water one, but it's water related, I guess, because this is the poolside brick suit. Because look at those colors and the texture too. It really does make it look like the brick that surrounds a pool. So whenever you see Miles in this suit, just remember, no running. Especially during this poolside brick. But yeah, it's a weird one, but it's kind of cool. I like how it's not just one uniform pattern, it's just a jagged pattern. Yep, that's it, that one. Alrighty, this one's a weird one. The cookbook suit. This one's so strange. It's like at some places, the mesh just falls apart and you have this coily thing, just like some kitchen utensils, I suppose. And even the hat too. But then it's like, did I swing past a restaurant or something? Because why is it all these patches of like cookware and stuff? I thought that was pretty interesting. Almost made it look like a cookbook too. Oh, fire truck. Too bad I can't get a fire truck suit. But this is still cool though. Alrighty. Next, we have the rubber suit. Yep, it's just a suit that looks like rubber. And not gonna lie, with this suit on, some of these glitch suits look kind of cool, kind of sleek. And plus with the hat, it just proves how different suits doesn't get affected by it. Next, we have the rubble suit, because it looks like a statue made out of rubble. I like these like white weathered specks that are on it just to give it that nice little rubble effect to it. It's pretty nice. Plus with the hat, you know, it's cool to know that everything about whatever suit you use is affected by the glitch. So have fun with it if you still can. Next up, the other weird one, the restaurant suit. If the cooking one wasn't weird enough, this one is literally a menu from a restaurant. And I was going to call it the menu suit, but nah, I decided not to. But the yellow color to it is kind of barfy, so that's the one thing that I don't like about this suit. But yeah, it's pretty interesting overall. He has a big hole in his head, or at least holes around, and look at that. He's got buns on his buns. Next up, the safety hazard suit. That one's pretty funny because it reminds me of test dummies that would be used in car companies. Well, with this checkerboard pattern and the mostly white design to it. It's pretty interesting. Makes me wonder where this grabbed the textures from, or lack of thereof. But still, this was one of my favorites.
No.
Next up, the Proto Space Suit. This Proto Space one is pretty interesting, and I named it that because of the type of material and texture this suit looks like, since it looks like an actual spacesuit. And it's cool that it's like black and white to give it that cool little spacey feel. But yep, pretty interesting. Alrighty, next up on this swing we have the Patch Suit. Because look at it, look at that texture. Does it not look patchy to you? Plus, sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, ugh, makes me want to give myself a scratch. But it's kind of cool that it also grabbed some color, what with the red and stuff. But it's like, where? Where did it grab it from? Oh, this next one is pretty funny. We have the Periwinkle suit. Because, naturally, it looks like Periwinkle. Periwinkle, the most interesting color in all of color theory. But what made this suit mesh interesting? Oh, look, a spider bot. What made this suit interesting is the fact that it has this, like, big divot lines across the suit. Made it look like an entirely different suit than what I was wearing. This is the gold suit, because for obvious reasons, it's covered in gold. But then it's also cool that the spots that didn't grab the texture is just all white, which kind of gives a nice off balance to it. And not just the gold, but it looks like that kind of like gold paint that you use where you paint on it and it's already getting like crispy and peeled apart. So this looks weathered, but in a cool way. So that's nice. But yep, this is the gold suit. Next up, the street sign suit. Because this one's a weird one. I like the color scheme to it and the way that the patches work, that it circulates around the form of each body part, like the shins and forearms, for example. But yeah, where it's not black and white, it's just all street signs just from the street. Pretty wacky if I have to say so myself. And this is the second suit where this and the Magna Red Suit are the only times where I got the same texture glitch suit twice. But yeah, this made for a better pose. Next up, the Gray Canvas Suit. I called it the Gray Canvas Suit, seeing as though it reminds me of newspaper and, well, gray canvas that you would use in paper mache and stuff like that. Plus, with all these different gray values to it, it just made it look patchy and cool. The Welcome Red Suit. This one was a weird one, seeing as though it's kind of cool that it has like these gold markings from it, that it looks like it's from a sign that I picked up somehow when I was swinging, but the red is kind of nice too, like a subtly maroon type of color, but I just figured that it was a welcome sign, seeing as though I've been seeing lots of like the words around it, including on the eyes lenses. But now we have the gargoyle gray suit. I pretty much lucked out using the Wolverine-esque suit that Miles has with this one, because now he really does look like a gargoyle. But yep, it's got that dark gray color to it and that rocky sensation. Pretty cool. Now we have the rusted metal suit, which still works for Wolverine's outfit. Naturally, the gray metal does look pretty rusted, especially with these like brown and copper parts to it. Looks pretty cool. This is the Electroproof suit, or at least if Miles ever had an Electroproof suit, this would be his. So from here on out, these don't have clips, but still wanted to show off the pictures that I grabbed from it. I love the mesh to it too. Just the different parts of the suit is so cool and interesting. Love this one. Next up, the Granite Suit. This one's different from the first one, seeing as though it has a different texture and color to it, but it still gives that granite feeling to it. Next up, the Mud Suit. And yeah, this one's just literally just a mud suit, or at least it reminds me of mud. Look at all that, all those browns. This one's still cool. Next up, my favorite of the bunch, lava lamp suit, or at least one of my favorites, because look at it. It really does look like an infrared kind of magma color that you would get from a lava lamp. That one's so cool. And here's my favorite, the store closing sale suit, because look at it. This is the funniest mesh that I've ever got trying to get all these glitch suits, and it's literally a closing sign suit just with a bunch of sale tags on it. It was super funny. Too bad for the company that was about to close down that I swung past, but look at it. It made for a pretty great suit. So yeah, that's all of the glitch suits that I have for now, and hope you all enjoyed. And let me know down in the comment section down below if you have a better name for any of the suits. And if you liked it, drop a like, share with friends, and consider subscribing if you're new. But with that, I'm CJ, and I'll catch you in the next video, especially the next camo glitch suit compilation thingy, volume 2. But with that, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.